Where were you when the outbreak started? Is that going to be a thing a few days from now? Well, I was in a hardware store. As soon as shit started going down, myself and a couple of others shoveled a bunch of paint supplies into our bags and ran, thinking we could use them to defend ourselves. We'll see, I guess. Won't we?
You are almost to the top of this staircase. You can hear these frenzied snarls and gurgles up. The good thing is you do kind of hear them like slamming into the walls, and they don't seem to be able to. It's not that they can't traverse the stairs, it's that they're having a hard time traversing past each other. Everybody wants to be the first frenzied up, and you can kind of hear them stumbling over each other, and that is the only thing keeping them from catching up to you in this very moment. As you are reaching the top, Parker, you reach the door that kind of like leads up to the roof access of this building, and you hear falling behind you as Elle stumbles down, tripping over one of the stairs, slams down. You're gonna have a huge bruise on your forearm as you've just slammed into the stairs. Aaron is able to take a few more strides up, but you have noticed that Elle has fallen. In this exact moment, what would everyone like to do?
Are you okay?
Nothing's okay right now. Why are you asking if I'm okay?
Yeah, no shit. I don't think these are your Plant vs. Zombies variety. I'll run down and offer a helping hand to help them up.
Okay.
I'm just gonna, in a fight or flight kind of state, grab one of those paint cans and like pop the little bit really fast and just like chuck it past Elle, hopefully just to stall them. 71, which is 5 above my 22.
Okay. All right, so you pop this paint lid and you kind of arc your arm back just in time to see two of these frenzied slam into the wall just a few steps below Elle at this point. And as they were looking up to begin running, they kind of just startled you, and it was more of a chuck rather than a throw. And so the paint can is just goes over, lightly hits one in the chest, and slams down onto the stairs. Paint does kind of like explode up after hitting these stairs. What color is the paint?
Blue.
Okay.
Because I just grabbed whatever.
Yeah, just this blue paint coats like the walls on either side. It looks like just some crazy explosion. And it is covering part of the it kind of covers up some of the blood on this frenzied shirt. But this frenzied is going to leap in your direction. I'm going to have everyone roll a speed die. What happens is you are able to, Parker rushes over, scoops Elle up, and just pulls. And the three of you are able to sprint up towards this door, slam it open. The door slams open, and you can see both of these frenzied, like climbing up, almost like an all fours sort of situation on these stairs, as one leaps toward you. You can see four more slamming into the wall to try to come up after you. and you are able to slam this door closed. You can feel their bodies slamming into it, and you think back to the door of the staircase at the bottom and how quickly they were able to slam through this thing.
Is there like an air conditioning vent or like unit that you can just like topple?
As you are looking around, I will let you all make a search roll.
I was like, can I make a search roll?
Yeah.
This is the thing I'm supposed to be good at.
I got a 43
That's
of 23.
97 for me.
Oof.
I'm holding the door. That's a double critical fail, by the way.
Yeah. You can't find anything.
I got a 30, which is under my 39.
Great.
Yes.
Nice. All right. So, Parker is just trying to hold this door. You actually feel, as all of these bodies slam into it, you feel the latch of it break. And you just kind of shove against it, and you know you have a matter of seconds before they are going to overpower you. And
Forget-Me-Not Blue isn't doing much of its name there.
Well, it said forget me not forget me.
Elle is
Touché.
able to kind of look around. You do see kind of one of those air conditioning units. You also see a large, like, stone bench. It looks like there's some sort of smoking area on this rooftop. You're not sure how heavy it is, but there is a large stone bench up here as well.
Hey, you with the paint, come that. And I just start running over and hope that they follow me.
Yeah. I'm right behind you.
To the stone bench?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I will say with both of you doing this, I will have one of you can decide which one, make a strength roll, and I'm going to give you advantage.
I rolled a 2.
Hell yeah.
2%. Amazing. Perfect. Yeah, so you both walk over, you kind of grab this bench. It is much heavier than you were expecting, but you both just lift it up and like rush it over. You are able to kind of like slam it up against this door just as Parker is able to move out of the way. It's slammed up against it. You hear the door like slamming into the stone bench over and over. You can see a couple fingers like coming through the crack of the door.
Can I kick the door and try to like
Ooh.
sever the fingers?
Yes, go for it. Is there a brawl? That sounds like brawl. Let's do a brawl roll.
Let's see, where is brawl? Okay.
Basic skills.
Not great, but no, 52. I fail.
All right, yeah, we'll say you do kick the door, and you can see like a little mark on the fingers from where it's like a little bloodied, but not quite enough to snap them.
Yeah.
But yeah, you shove that stone bench again and kick the door, and for the time being, you finally seem to have a moment to somewhat catch your breath, and you're all looking around at each other. I'm gonna have everyone make a composure roll for me.
Said I fail a lot in games, but I have once again succeeded.
Wow.
Yay!
This is new for me.
That kick was like oddly empowering, and like you're doing okay. As for the other two, I'm gonna have you mark that you have lost 1 morale.
What the fuck is going on?
I've seen enough terrible movies to know what's going on.
Yeah, but that shit's make-believe.
Well,
Supposed to be.
apparently not.
Does that look make-believe?
Instead of saying you and you, obviously, Parker, under the circumstances, nice to meet you both. But you are?
I'm Erin.
Aaron, hello.
Hi.
Oh.
Elle, hello.
Well, now
Well-
that we've got those nice formalities out of the way, we're on a roof.
Yeah,
We're on a roof, and there are monsters at the only exit.
just kind of like look around to see if there's any
Yeah.
nearby buildings that are reachable.
Yeah, you begin kind of moving towards like the outer edges of this rooftop, and you see a couple of the buildings that are nearby are taller than this one, and you kind of like eye the fire escapes. Could be possible to jump to the fire escape, but that's a pretty small window. There is one building that is, it looks like roughly the same height as this one.
We could try to jump over there. Too bad we weren't in the Doomsday section of the hardware store when this happened. Would have grabbed some rope.
Yeah.
But
Well-
that one, I mean, Elle seems to be pretty strong, so maybe, I don't know if you parkour much, but
Oh, I'm an indoor kid. I've been an indoor kid my whole life. That was some kind of adrenaline, you know, like a mom lifting a car off her kid, like that. That maybe that'll continue because this is only adrenaline, but I don't know. Parker was the one holding the door back when we were. Thank you, by the way. I appreciate both of you
Yeah.
coming back for me. You didn't have to do that. Thank you.
Well, I think we'll do a little better as a group. And, you know.
too bad I can't turn these spray paint cans into jetpacks. Can I, since it's like a smoking area, can I look and see if anybody left maybe a lighter or something like that around potentially, since I don't have one?
Sure, I would definitely say you'd be able to head over. There's an ashtray. Yeah, you can find a lighter.
Yes.
Nice.
Lighter.
Flamethrower time.
Yeah. Okay, so it looks like we can go down there, go through that door and get eaten, or potentially, martial arts movie our way over to that building.
At this point, you hear the stone kind of scrape just a little bit as slamming into the door even harder. You can hear the massive amount of bodies that are just pushing up against this door. Full arms are coming through now. You can see them like feeling around, pushing the stone just a little bit further.
Sooner rather than later, I think is our move here.
Yeah, we're running out of time.
Looking around, there's not much else up here. There is the little table that was used for the the smoke break area, and maybe if it was angled, you could use that to jump off of to give you a little bit more height.
I'm gonna take my canvas bag because I have it like over my shoulder, and I'm gonna like makeshift backpack style it so I don't have to like.
Sure.
Yeah.
Aaron, could I put these? I've been clutching these two things the entire time: the spackle can and the putty knife. Just in case I fall short, could I put these in your bag so I have?
Absolutely.
So I have handholds. Great.
Yeah.
I'll like tuck them in.
Yeah.
Well, it's been nice knowing you for the 5 minutes I've known you, and it'll be nice to die alongside you.
The door bursts open a little bit further. You see one of these frenzied like stumble through and slam down onto the floor of this rooftop. What are we doing?
Time to go.
Time to go. Aaron just like is like, all right, and then like just leaps for it, yelling YOLO. Because what else are you gonna do at this point?
Perfect. Make a jump roll.
Okay. 50, and that's 3 over my 22. So.
All right. Okay, you are going to mark 1 wound on your sheet as you sprint over, leap, and you do make it to this. You make it to the other rooftop, but as you land, you hear your ankle snap.
Great.
And then you slam down just like flat and kind of out of breath for a moment. Elle and Parker, I'm gonna have you roll a speed die for me.
It's a 6.
5.
All right, so you watch Aaron leap, and before you can even see if they land, this frenzied is up and sprinting towards you. You hear the snarling and the gurgling, and I am going to roll to see which one of you it attacks. A 1, 2, or 3, it'll attack Elle. A 4, 5, or 6, it'll attack Parker. That is a 2. So.
Hello.
If possible to react, I'm going to. I always have a box cutter. I mean, it's just a simple box cutter, and it has the stupid safety like auto close, so I have to hold it open. But yeah, I'll pull that out and like, I mean, I'll try to cut in and offer some defense.
Perfect. So I rolled a 99% on my attack.
It's a bad
So-
thing, right?
Parker, go ahead and roll your attack. That'll be a melee piercing.
69. That's a failure.
Nice. But is it though?
Yeah. The best failure.
Yeah, so as you like swing for this thing, it was so intent on just biting into L that when L kind of moved out of the way, it stumbled over. With that 99%, I'm gonna say it stumbles and it like slams onto the floor for a moment, but you can hear like 3 more rushing out of the doorway. Who's going next?
Get to get an L.
Parker, you have a better chance. You go.
Nope.
All right. 61, a failure. I think by 4. Yeah.
Thing I grabbed
You
some
are-
paint sticks.
You are also going to mark 1 wound on your sheet. As you leap, you're kind of going in to try to go in for some sort of a roll, and you hit nice at first, but you're just going a little too quickly, and as you slam down, you feel something in your arm snap.
Yep.
Parker, you see the door completely burst open now. Frenzied are spilling through like water through floodgates. They are just spilling through, climbing over each other. They all turn, snarl, and sprint at you. The one that you had tried to attack previously is getting back up.
So yeah, I watch as L goes and tumbles over, and I do kind of like yell out like, "Good job!" Despite maybe hearing the crunch as well, and just look down, see the zombie on the ground getting up, hearing behind, and just tuck the blade back into my my apron, and then just take off, and just this comically like arms flailing leap and come down. Yeah.
Yeah, and you do land in a perfect roll to where you land standing back up. They're probably still kind of on the floor at this point, and you see these frenzied leaping after you.
Excuse me, what?
No, they can't jump. No.
Luckily, most of them cannot. You watch them, like, they don't really take, like, a leap, most of them. They just kind of fall off of the building, and you hear them splatting down onto the street. A couple of them, though, you do see them jumping. One of them kind of lands on the side of the building and scrapes off. You see them fall. One of them, however, lands, flops a couple times, and then is laying still before, like, just barely moving and rolling to try to stand up. One of
Aaron,
them...
paint can, lighter, spray paint.
Yeah, so I take I'm all like, kill it! I take the spray can and the lighter from my very poor position on the ground and make it a flamethrower.
Perfect. Since we do have a couple people on the ground, let's roll a speed die and see what order this happens in.
Okay.
I think I've got my hurt arm just like tucked up against my shoulder, and I'm gonna start trying to prop Aaron up and just like, prop my shoulder under their back so they like are up already, and so that as soon as they have everything, they can go.
As this creature, like, you hear the bones cracking. You can see multiple broken bones on this creature, but it is still moving and moving to stand up. You see an ankle completely snapped, so it's actually standing a little lopsided because it's standing on the snapped part of the ankle. And you can see it just looking up, almost like milky white eyes with just blood spilled down most of its face. This frenzied looks over, makes a loud gurgling sound again, and lunges for Parker. This creature has lunged at you, and it is holding on to basically your shoulders, and you are holding it back, so it's not able to actually attack you, but you are sort of like grappled together in a sense. Yeah. Aaron, what would you like to do?
Try not to hit Parker, but whatever happens. Nice knowing you, dude. Just kidding. So,
I can like try and turn it
angle.
a little bit, like dance around.
Yeah.
But
so
I'll say with that success, you can at least like turn it to where you want its body to block you, sort of thing.
Yeah, basically the back, like turn it so its back is facing Aaron.
Correct. Okay, cool. Perfect.
So after I like leaped while they were doing all that stuff, I would have like grabbed my bag, obviously. So I have my bag like ready to grab stuff, and so I'll grab the spray paint out of it and the lighter, and then I'll just like like just screaming to try to get its attention, to get it off of Parker, because I don't want to hit Parker, but I'm going to light that frenzied up if possible.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and like use my shoulder to angle them towards away from Parker.
I got a 64.
Damn it.
That is a good point though. I did forget that Elle was like aiding you. Like that was, so go ahead and roll one more time.
Yes.
Oh, come on.
I got an 89. So the 64, but maybe like because I don't really know how it works, I've just seen it in movies. So I'm like, this has to work somehow. Like I've seen them do this, but like obviously real life application is not necessarily the same. So
this is spray paint, not a gas.
Yeah. So like I imagine I like, first of all, don't even know how to like I'm trying to like light the lighter while also trying to like use the spray paint can, and I don't have the coordination clearly because I just like twisted my ankle. So maybe I forgot to shake the spray paint can and it just like sputters while I'm like holding this lighter at it, just like.
And perfect. I'm definitely screaming behind you, like trying to be useful and absolutely just like yelling in your ear, like, turn the can on first! Wait, no, the lighter first!
Can I just decide to like screw it and like drop both those things in front of me and just take another paint can and just like chuck it at it instead? Is that like possible?
I will say for the next action, absolutely. Like this one, you just drop. Let's go ahead and everybody roll another speed die to see how this next round plays out.
And I'm just yelling back at Elle like, I'm trying!
Elle, Parker, and the Frenzied all got a 3. So tell me what you would like to do.
I just want to like shove it down to the ground.
I think I'm like trying to like side coach. I'm just trying to side coach, I think is what my plan is. Is like, okay, it's ankle. Go for its ankle. Its ankle's fucked up. Get it down on the ground. Like, just trying to like, because I have really good perception, so I think I'm trying to like mark all the weak spots that I think Parker can like fight from. Because I know with my arm I'm useless and I'm still propping Aaron up. So I think I'm just trying to like side coach, say like weak spots. Yeah.
Perfect.
Assisting is what I want to do basically.
So I've holding on to this thing, and so right now I'm turned my back to the edge of the thing, and I'm gonna, once Elle calls that out, kind of do a quick glance down, and I see the ankle that they're referencing, and taking our momentum, spin in that direction, so the creature has to plant on it, and then using that as hopefully they do put their weight on that, it's weak, and it helps me push it down, but I kind of want to spin them around away from us and down and throw them. All right.
But you do feel, as you look down and your focus is on this ankle, you kind of just let your guard down just half a second as you're going to like sweep this ankle, and you feel the bite right into your forearm, just crunch down. You kind of like rip your arm away before it can like take a chunk out of you, and then you're able to shove this frenzy down to the ground.
Yeah, same plan. I'm gonna chuck a paint can at it.
Perfect. That'll be a throw.
How many cans did you grab? Because you just
that's
jumped.
My last
okay,
can.
I was gonna say, pink cans aren't light.
No, but they're the little ones. They're
okay.
Not
samples,
like the big honkin', but like the little
pints.
Ones. Yeah, and I only grabbed 2. I got an 84.
Yeah,
that's
so Chuck,
6 levels of failure.
Let me ask, did you open this one up, or were you just
No,
chucking
I'm
it
just
to
like
hit?
frantic, like, because I just like dropped the other 2 things and then just like.
Yeah, perfect. This paint can, like, you hear it slam against the ground and kind of roll a little bit off. It did not hit this thing.
Is it still like gnashing its teeth and?
Yes.
I would like to take my spackle out of Aaron's bag, and you know how spackle cans are like smaller at the bottom and bigger at the top?
Yep.
I would like to shove the spackle can into its mouth to stop it from biting anyone else.
Amazing.
Just kind of stagger back and look right to that and just there's like a tie off on his smock, his apron. Probably gonna try and like cut that, rip that off, and tourniquet the wound like just above the arm and just try and focus on that.
All right, yeah, I will say Parker probably like pushes back a little bit after this bite, and before this frenzied can actually get up, Elle just rushes over, shoves this thing in.
Just off the top.
You hear like the gurgling kind of stop, and it turns into more of like a choked gurgle, and this frenzied is going to go ahead and stand up. Aaron, what would you like to do?
Is there any like debris or anything around
Those paint knives, don't you?
I have one paint knife, and I kind of want to hold. I mean, yeah, I guess I could go up and stab it in the eye. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, go for it. First, I'm gonna have you roll a resist pain roll for me.
Okay. I got 59, which is a 2 above my 37.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and have you roll a d6.
6.
Roll it again.
2.
What is your damage threshold?
5.
Okay, you're gonna add one more wound onto your sheet as you are able to sprint up to this thing, but you're like limping, you're keeping your ankle, you're keeping off your ankle as much as you can, but once you get over to this thing and you're like bracing to stab, you put too much weight on your ankle and you feel something snap again. You are able to go ahead and roll that melee roll if you'd like.
Do they have advantage because I put a spackle
You know what?
can in its
Sure.
Okay, good, because that was a bad roll. I have 56 out of 23.
No.
Yeah, you go to stab this thing. It's pretty gross. You're stabbing into like the skin itself, but it's not strong enough to like actually pierce into the head. So you are able to like, I mean, you see fresh blood like running down this frenzied face. For all intents and purposes here, the frenzied can't really do a whole lot right now. It can still try to slash, but as a group, I will ask, what would you like to do?
Throw it over the edge?
Just everyone roll percentile die.
I got 91.
86.
3.
Wow.
What's happening? I've never rolled this well.
Okay, so Aaron
Take
moves. Aaron moves to try to like rush this thing off the roof, but falls from the ankle injury. Just it's too much right now. Parker goes to move in to begin to push this thing off the roof, but Elle just screams and sprints forward and just shoves this frenzied. You can see like the frenzied kind of like trying to grab onto you, trying to like slash at you, but you just shove it and you just hear it like gurgle and choke all the way down before it slams into the street. And it's quiet again.
I turn and I go to give like a high five with my right arm, but then like it immediately goes down and I do an awkward left hand over to Elle. I'm just like, Mom adrenaline.
I'm gonna like swing my arm around because my arm is also like...
But yeah. Aaron, you said you had paint sticks?
I do! I have those.
Let's splint up the two of you.
Yes, I agree.
And I'll start like cutting the base of my apron to make some wraps and things and do what we can.
Yeah, I'll save any of the extra paint sticks that we don't use for Aaron's leg, and instead I'll just take my little like cardigan off and tie it around my arm, like
hold it up,
pseudo sling, just so it doesn't move. This is fine.
Sheepishly like hold up my arm and make... So, how long do you think I have?
What happens if we cut it off?
That's not the worst idea. But he
I
might
have a lighter.
That's
We
not
can
the worst
cauterize the
idea.
wounds.
Cauterizer. I mean, can we
With the
suck it
quarter
out
of a
like a
Bic lighter?
snake? Well, we could like superheat.
I don't know. Maybe we can
put
pee
it
on
in
it too. I
knives.
don't. What? Let's go through all the options
Hey,
here.
I'm just saying.
I don't
how
think this is a
zombies
jellyfish
work
Cut
wound.
it off. If we cut off your arm, it's less likely you'll get infected. I've seen all the movies.
And more likely, I will just die from
If we cauterize
using a
it,
safety
That's-
box cutter to chop off my arm.
Not if we heat it up first. Like, laser sword style. Just saying.
This ain't getting through bone.
well, we break your bone.
Oh,
There's that dude that was trapped in that canyon.
Broke his own
127 hours or
arm.
whatever the fuck.
Yep. Chopped his own arm off. I don't think he had a surgical tool. I'm
He
pretty
didn't
sure
even have a lighter. He just
broke his arm.
chopped that bitch off.
I mean, it's up to you, man. I'm not going to make that decision for you. It's your body. I'm just saying, if you want to probably survive longer.
Maybe you're immune.
well,
And do we even know that bites are how it gets passed? Are we sure that's the methodology here? It could be an airborne pathogen. We could all be infected already.
I
should
still
never
vote
stopped
we
wearing
chop the arm off.
masks. Well,
I mean, it's your body.
either way, if this is my fate, I think I'm going to help the two of you better with an arm. And then I'll let you make that decision of what needs to happen when it comes. But we're already down
wait,
a couple.
Just to clarify, with one arm or two arms?
Me with two arms.
Okay.
We're already down arms and ankles as it is.
Yeah, and we're fine. So, but you do what you want.
I mean, it's your choice, I guess.
Until you turn and kill us all.
Well,
That's what I'm saying. At any hint of that, do what you need to do.
maybe it won't.
But I'm going to be more help with two hands than just one.
I got paint sticks.
Good.
We
Should
could-
we?
Well, what are you
Fasten an
doing? Your
arm.
bathroom, your kitchen? I can recommend an eggshell, a satin semi-gloss. I don't know how that helps our situation here.
Well, I'm saying if we did chop your arm off, we could attach a paint stick to it.
Make it like a shiv.
Yeah.
Sharpen off the point there.
Yeah,
I
like
mean,
a
that's not a
pirate.
bad idea for right now, anyway. If we want to have a little bit more of a weapons base, we can sharpen some of the paint sticks.
I mean,
Mm.
I feel like the blood's probably cycled through my system a few times as it is. I can't imagine it's not already working its way around.
well, maybe the tourniquet slowed it down.
Yeah.
You wrapped it
No.
pretty tight.
I'm going to take a quick look over my shoulder
to chop it off.
assuming the horde of frenzies on the other roof, and then just turn back. And I think we should figure this out. Think about this more later. We should probably get the hell out of here.
Mm.
That's probably good. Can you walk, Aaron?
Oh, with this makeshift split. Yeah. I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
What exits do we have?
You have a rooftop hatch.
Okay. So hobble over to that. Just kind
Yeah.
of look back again and say, if one made it over, another one's going to keep trying. So
Wonder
And listen.
what the hell happened.
at first sight of a trouble, do what you both need to do.
Sorry.
Head over to the hatch and start pulling that open.
It's locked.
Credit card trick? Try and do the. I never understood how it worked, but I'm gonna try it.
I gave it a 50-50 chance and I rolled a 35. So
I imagine that I, as the person who likes to talk to fill silence as my coping mechanism, would be going on and on and on and on about my zombie knowledge and how Parker, like all the signs that we need to look out for Parker.
Probably like shove another 1 or 2 pieces of gum in, as that's my mechanism. It just as Aaron is going down this list, and probably like, very what is it? Just you're starting to think about. Oh wait, tingliness. Yeah. Okay, maybe I'm tingly. Headaches. Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
I'm not helpful at all. I'm just like
basically WebMD of zombie things.
Yep.
ZMD.
And it's not that I don't have empathy. It's like I have high empathy. It's just that I have no tact. So I'm like just logistically going through like the signs of like, okay, if you start doing this, if you start doing this, let me know. And then you let me know which way you want to end it, because like I can make it quick for you. Like that's fine.
And it's around that time that you hear a click.
Holy fuck, it worked. Holy shit, I've never done anything like
Nice.
this. I know this is a terrible day, but this is the coolest thing I've ever done in my life.
We about to just open up a can of sardines, though.
I mean, probably.
I thought jumping over the building was kind of cool.
Thanks. I did hurt myself, but everyone here is doing a
Second
really
coolest
great
thing
job.
of the day.
I haven't really hung out with people in a long time. This is kind of fun. Not the terror. The terror is bad.
Yeah.
But you guys, this
Aww.
it's nice.
Yeah.
We're having a moment.
Okay. Yeah, I guess. Let's go now. Let's go now.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Open the door.
And I re-backpack my bag.
You open up the hatch and look down. You can see it seems to be some sort of almost attic storage area. You see a just iron ladder that goes all the way down. Seems quiet. Yeah, head down. It's pretty dark. Whatever sunlight is coming through the hatch is really the only light that you have currently. And yeah, there are just a bunch of boxes. You see some like old like printers, some old copying machines, just a bunch of random stuff in here.
I'll turn on my cell phone light and kind of shine it around.
Yeah, sure. Shining it around there. There is a light switch near what looks to be the door that will lead out of this area. Yeah, lights come on.
Okay. And with that, I'll close the hatch and then lock it behind us and climb the ways around and just kind of look around and see if there's anything of value.
So this was like an office?
It looks to be like an attic, sort of. It's just a bunch of storage, but it does look like office supplies. Like you see old printers, old copying machines. You see boxes, not really labeled, but everything's just kind of shoved against the walls around this little storage area.
Creep our way out.
Yeah.
All right, you open up the door, and you see that it leads down some stairs.
Well, who knows? Maybe we'll stumble into some weird lab and get you some makeshift antidote, and you'll be fine. Or maybe I'll have to kill you. Either way.
Elle is looking at their phone and is scrolling through their text messages down to a message that hasn't been touched in like 7 months. To their wife, and they're gonna open it up and just text Chicago is nothing without you, and send it and put my phone away.
And you begin slowly moving down these stairs. You see that these stairs lead down to what appears to be some large office building of some sort. You see like cubicles desks, those like half walls with the glass up for the rest of them to make the cubicles. It's quiet. It's empty.
Either you desk jockeys?
Well, different desk. I'm a writer. Writing desk, so
Oh.
technically yes, but not really.
Books? Plays?
Plays.
Oh, cool. Anything we might have heard of?
I wrote something a few years back. It won a Pulitzer and a Tony, and then I freaked out.
It's
and I
kind of a
came
big
here.
deal.
No, it's not all it's cracked up to be. As soon as you're done, people are asking what you're gonna do next, and it's like 4 years of my life went to writing that play. And now it's just out in the world and I have to do something else. And that feels insane and exhausting. And I kind of freaked out. And I left New York. Didn't tell anyone where I was going. And now I'm here in the middle of an apocalypse. So,
Well,
that's fun.
I guess, I'll give a little look to Aaron, but then look back at Elle and say, I mean, there's at least one person that is a bit thankful for your freak out.
I mean, I guess if I had to be anywhere, that's a lie. I would be with my wife. Why the fuck am I not? Why am I not with her? Why did I leave? Why the fuck did I leave? And I think they just start kind of processing everything and just lose it a little bit and kind of like not full sobbing, but it's like tears that they can't stop are going down their face.
Can I roll a calm other?
Yes.
Wait. Is that 100 or a 0? That's probably 100, right?
A 001.
A 000.
000. That's 100.
Okay. Yeah. Never mind. I'm not gonna calm you down at all right now.
I think that's actually perfect for your character in a sense.
Yes. Yeah. Probably. Like, oh well, you have about this much of a percentage to maybe be with your wife again, but like it really depends on if we're able to get out of here. So I guess maybe we should look around and find stuff, and then who knows? Maybe you could totally write a whole other play and like get more awards, and As I'm not even looking at Elle's expression, just like rummaging through desks, talking out loud.
I think at that, I'm going to say that Elle, in this moment of just freaking out, basically, you take a couple steps forward and slam your foot into one of the trash cans. You hear a ping of the metal as the trash can like flies over, slams into another one of the desks. It is loud, but followed by silence.
I think that kind of like breaks them out of it. That was stupid. I put us all in danger. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's all right.
To be fair, we're already in danger.
Yeah.
Are you good?
Oh,
You
so
okay?
good. I'm great. This is
I mean,
the
yeah,
best
we're-
I've ever fun.
Right?
Yeah, this is super fun.
I'm having a good time.
Yeah, I know you are. I'm gonna just like look around for like a water bottle or some snacks or something so that we can like have sustenance before we die. I don't know.
Sure. So you guys want to take some time, like looking through this floor, this little office area, to see if you can find anything?
Scissors.
Yeah, a few moments. I think.
Scissors, yeah.
So I have notes of what will be found, but go ahead and everyone make a search roll for me to see if there's anything extra.
I got a 2.
Nice.
Nothing here.
I'm very
45.
focused on finding things.
All right, so you all take a few minutes to basically spread out along this this little office area and find some supplies. You are able to find scissors.
Nice.
However many pairs of scissors realistically you want to gather up. You're able to find scissors. You're able to find there are a few paperweights if you kind of wanted to go that direction as well. Parker is able to find like a little closet with a couple brooms, maybe a mop. And Aaron, you come across one of these desks is very personalized. It's very decked out in what appears to be whoever worked here's favorite hockey team. And you see there's like a bag that appears to have been packed for this person for maybe some sort of event in the future. You see various like a change of clothes. You can see inside of this bag there are rollerblades, and there is a hockey stick that seems to be pushed kind of on the floor beside the desk as well. So you are able to find that.
Couple broomsticks in true movie fashion, snap them over the knee so I don't need the mop heads. And
Wait, leave one long.
We have a hockey stick.
That works too.
Yeah.
I'll take one of the scissors and I'll just tape it to the end of the hockey stick.
nice.
Yes, hockey
Nice.
stick. Does anybody blade? Cause like I got some sweet blades in this bag. I didn't know.
Can't imagine that's gonna be very good for your ankles. So
No, so not for me. I mean, I could use them to hit people with.
I did as a kid, but as I said, was an indoor child.
I mean, there's not. If you want to bring them along, it's just kind of extra weight. I don't think anybody wants to wear them because
So
stairs and things.
I mean, if we get down to street level, it might be worth it. We can like pull Aaron along.
So Erin's gonna take, I don't know how they're fashioned, but she's gonna like take the rollerblades and then like tie the laces together and then sling them over her shoulder so we could like nunchuck style with them or something if we need them.
Oh, nice.
Noted.
Was there any food or water or anything like that?
You might be able to
Office snacks?
you'd probably see a couple of vending machines, like with, vending machine snacks and then drinks.
Oh, I'm gonna get some
For
more gum
example.
for sure.
Just break the glass.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand there and like pull out like some change at first, and then I envision one of you two just coming
I'm gonna
over.
take a paperweight and I'm just gonna
Or the rollerblades, yeah.
Or the rollerblades.
Yeah,
Just
there's this just
Standing there like,
quiet scene
What?
of Parker just walking up, fishing some change out of pockets. You hear one coin go in, another coin go in, and then just smash right from over the shoulder.
I think it's safe to say capitalism is dead, and it should have been a long time ago. Come on.
it's habit.
And I'm gonna start loading like some snacks into like the backpack.
Water too, a lot of water.
Mm.
Or
Or
as much water as we can take without it
Whatever
being,
we
like,
have, yeah.
overly heavy.
I think we need to get to ground level eventually. Yeah.
What's the plan?
I mean, get out of town, go north, go towards Evanston or something, towards the lake. You think these things can swim?
Probably not.
Awful.
Wonder if the Badger's running across the lake to Michigan. Hop the ferry and
Could we just stay here?
in this office.
Probably not recommended.
No one's here.
I mean, yeah, but we can only last on, some Aquafina and sun chips for so long.
Might give us time to, I don't know, gather ourselves, make a plan, see what's out there. Like the news has to be covering this. I'm gonna like pull my phone out and like go on, I don't know, like BBC or something.
Yeah, maybe sit down at a desk actually if there's computers there, and maybe try and get on the internet as well.
I will also ask Elle, where is your wife?
She's in New York.
Okay.
I fully freaked out, left New York, left her. No one's known where I've been.
Perfect. So taking some time to kind of sit and look online, there's not a lot of coverage on what exactly is happening. Like, it just is talking about basically mass riots. It's talking about borders closing to different states, traffic stops in various cities. It is talking about Chicago. It is talking about St. Louis. It is talking about various different places in, it's talking about Minneapolis. It's talking about basically any big or bigger city in like
Midwest.
a 6-state radius is, they're talking about just mass, like certain sites are calling it terrorist attacks, certain sites are calling it mass riots. Nothing seems to be talking about what's really going on, or what you can see that is really going on.
Typical.
Seems about right. I think there's a little bit of relief in Elle, just like knowing the fact that it's not in New York.
So for making a plan, I vote ferry. It's my vote. Water, probably a good idea. I mean, we're not gonna fix anything that's happening right now, so survival is probably the number one.
Woods?
Marina at least, and maybe we can take a boat.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm not
Hopefully.
not saying I'm the brightest one out there, but I'm sure there's many others thinking the same thing. So there's going to be some competition for our escape routes.
Yeah.
If we get stuck on a ferry with one of those things.
We can push it on. Yeah, there's also that.
Yeah.
Okay, so take a breather, chill out. I'll keep watch. Like, grab the hockey stick. I just like start like, and when you're ready, let's maybe pull up a map and grab a plan and plan our route to the ferry.
We can go now. It was wishful thinking to stay here. Let's go.
Okay.
Well, the ferry is up at Milwaukee.
Okay.
Or Green Bay, which is even farther. I don't think there's one that runs out of Chicago. But there's going to be plenty of marinas, so we can at least get our own boat.
Yes.
Do you
Boat's
know how to
good.
pilot
I
a
think-
boat?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll figure it out when we get there.
I guess that's where we're at.
That's the exactly. That's first things first.
What if we grab?
Oh, it's ways off.
Does the hospital have a helicopter?
You
Does
want
the
to pilot a
university
helicopter?
have a helicopter?
You're asking about a boat, which is an iffy, way easier than a helicopter, and now you're going to helicopter.
I'm just saying they'll get us there faster.
It'll also kill us faster.
Potentially, yes, but that's a risk I'm willing to take. At this
I don't know about the helicopter, but supplies, if it's not already being overrun to begin with, but might be some value there.
Definitely overrun. I think Jackson Park or South Shore are our best bets. They're the closest, at least. Maybe Rainbow.
I don't want to be jumping roofs anymore, though.
No. Ground level is somehow our best bet.
what about extension cords? Since we can't find rope, are there any extension cords in the utility closet?
I will say, yeah, you'd probably be able to find a couple.
Pull the cord off the vacuum, maybe. I'm sure there's a vacuum, too.
What
Yeah.
about duct tape?
Oh yeah, plenty of duct tape.
Okay. We could duct tape the extension cords together to make it longer.
We need it.
Or knots.
Or
Yeah,
not.
knots. Yeah.
I wonder if they sink or float.
I
We
mean,
can
if
make a
they're-
raft out of the zombies.
We could.
If they're dead.
I mean, they are dead.
Oh. Like maybe they'd float with all the like gas buildup, but then they'd probably explode at some point. We're saying this as we walk.
Yeah.
I assume we're heading to like ground level to get a look at
Yes.
the outside situation. Cool. Yeah, once you do reach this ground level, you see that it doesn't appear that whatever office this is, it wasn't open yet at the time of this chaos. And so the doors remain locked. Everything seems untouched from the previous night. So the glass windows, everything is still intact in this building, and the doors seem to be locked. Looking outside, however, you see cars just piled into each other in various places. And that's probably all you can see from the distance. If you went up to the windows, maybe a little bit more, but that's where we stand right now.
I'm just gonna say one more time, no one knows we're in here. There's nothing coming to get us in here yet.
Yet. And
It's a gamble. I mean, we wait and maybe things clear up, or it gets worse. We're not staying here forever.
we don't have another escape route.
Okay.
All we have are those stairs. And the last time we were in stairs,
Yeah.
that was almost bad.
Yeah. Okay.
Are there any nails? Maybe in the utility closet, toolbox, perhaps a hammer.
Yeah, I think you would have been able to find like basic tools.
Cool. Hammer's good. Take a hammer.
Well,
So I have a hammer, some rollerblade nunchucks. We have a hockey stick with some scissors duct taped to the end of it. We have duct tape. Some paperweights. Some paint sticks still. You got some broomsticks and some mops. I think we pretty
Funyuns and sun
suited up.
chips. We're good to go.
Exactly.
Well, we gotta head east.
Well, it's empty and the devils are here. Shall we join them?
I think we shall. And with that, I'll unlock the door, like as quiet as possible, and just slowly kind of enter out front of the building, looking out for any humanoid movement.
Go ahead and make a spot listen roll.
51 on a 31.
Yeah, you kind of peek around. You can see the cars themselves. You see some bodies inside of cars. But from what you can tell, you don't see anyone out on this street.
Man, I wish I had my bike right now.
Bike would be helpful.
If we find some, can you pedal?
Yeah.
If you can sit on the front and steer, I can sit on the back and pedal.
Also true. Yeah, we can make it work. Doesn't Chicago have those like bike tour things anyway? Like, can you get those double bikey?
Tandems?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
They're those
Am I-
those damn scooters.
Oh, scooter would be better.
Yeah.
I'll keep a lookout. It'll help get through some of this traffic, but let's stick close to the buildings and just keep making our way east.
All right, so we are on foot heading east.
Yes.
Keeping
we
an eye out
trying-
for bird scooters.
I
Okay.
think I would stay like hugged to the building, so any weaving that needs to happen, but staying right close so that if we need to, if we get into a building, if we have to, I guess is my
Okay.
thought.
I'm gonna have everyone make a stealth roll.
I got a 98.
Hey! 42.
36 out of 31.
All right. It is hard to move quietly with all of the supplies that you have with you in the various bags. It is also hard to move quietly when every few steps from Aaron just hurts so badly that you can't help but just kind of like grimace a little bit. There are occasional like cursing and just grunts kind of coming as you're trying to keep up as well. You are moving a little bit slower from this. I imagine using one of the, one of the broomsticks as like a bit of a cane.
She's got the hockey
sort
stick,
of.
I think.
I have the
right?
hockey
Yeah.
stick. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still just a little bit slower. But you begin moving east.
I also have a side eye on Parker to look out for any signs of turning. Just in case.
All right. You travel for a good hour, seemingly undetected. You have passed by a few bodies, just sprawled out on the ground. You see some of them have been ripped open. Some of them inside spilled over onto the outside. You see many vehicles. Some of them crashed into buildings themselves. You see some of them. You can still hear like the faint ticking of like a turn signal on a couple of them. And eventually you round a corner to see 3 of these frenzied, but they're not like you've seen them. They're just standing. They're just standing, staring off. It almost looks like they're just someone zoned out. It looks like they've forgotten what they were doing or something. They're just standing like in the middle of the street and they're just kind of looking around.
I'm gonna reach into my bag and just put my hand on a paperweight in case I need to like throw it as a distraction in a different direction.
Okay.
And then like look over at my team to kind of like maybe get some type of signal, but I'm really bad about social cues, so like I don't know how well that's gonna go.
I think I'd pick up on what you're after and kind of like a hand out to like wait on that and look at the ground, try and find just even a little pebble, a little rock, and first make a motion of what I'm gonna do. Give a thumbs up, wait for a reply from everyone, and then toss it as best as I can way past the group, away from. So if buildings are on the right side, towards the left, deeper in the street, wherever, just at least get their attention that way and really kind of gauge a reaction, I think.
Perfect. Make a throw roll.
I would start hobbling since I'm the slowest. So like while he's doing that, I would start trying to like get myself ahead a little bit.
92 on a 31.
Oh my God, Parker.
Amazing. Okay, so what happens?
I threw it with my right hand, which is my dominant hand, but that is the yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you throw it in the intended direction. You're good. You just manage to this little rock slams into a vehicle that seems to have probably been like on its last leg, so to speak. As it slams into this vehicle, you can kind of just hear the slightest little tink from inside of it, and the car alarm starts going off. Bam, 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 loud. It's filling the entire streets. You can see these three snap up, almost like they've woken up from something. And you do see them looking over, like, toward the direction of the vehicle, but the echo seems to kind of be confusing them for a moment. You can kind of just see them looking around. There is a brief moment of confusion here, but you can hear from various points around you the snarling from Frenzied waking up from this sound. What would you like to do?
Hobble faster.
If it looks like there's a general clearance in our direction we're going, keeping up that way, trying to get around these individuals, I'll go and help Aaron move a little bit faster and
maybe sneak into a
maybe should put on
building.
like one rollerblade.
Put on one rollerblade just so you can pull me like in the old days. They're tied together right now. It would take a lot longer. I mean, technically, I could blade with a loose rollerblade and just have it not super tight around my ankle.
Break your other ankle.
Yeah,
right.
that would just be bad.
No, just move.
Yeah, is there a place where we can kind of like, in my brain, I'm imagining us going into like the nearest building and just crouching and like seeing if we can like hide from, because we're not gonna be able to outrun them. It's just not gonna happen.
Sure. So yeah, I will say there is this moment of flight from your fight or flight response, and you are all beginning to run to get past these three frenzied here as they're confused, trying to figure out what's making this sound. As you're running, you see dozens, 2 dozen, 3 dozen.
Hell, we should have stayed in that office building.
Come around the corner from the other side, rushing towards the sound. And at this moment, the 3 of you basically like grab each other and just duck into this nearest building. The door opens. You can hear the little bell ding on the top of the door as you go in, push the door closed, and you are able to crouch down. Everyone make a composure roll for me.
$73, 5 over.
42 on 34.
95. So.
Oh my god!
6 over. Six times over.
Those that failed mark another morale loss. As you are crouched down here, you can see sweat over your foreheads, panic in your eyes, and you're just kind of glancing to each other. You know you have to stay silent. You're just looking, maybe tears from a couple people just out of fear. And you listen to the sound of the frenzied swarming the streets outside. You hear snarling. You hear the footsteps. You hear the clanging of them climbing up onto cars. You can hear windshields shatter. You hear the car alarm ringing out loudly. These frenzied, they're not stopping. You hear them pass. More seem to be coming. It's chaos outside.
Just gonna look around, like, what are we in? A little shop, and then just look for other exits.
Yeah, as you glance around, you appear to be in some sort of fast food lobby right now.
No, just
Jam the door. Can we jam like something under the door so they can't open it?
I imagine there is a lock, so at least turn the lock.
Yeah.
And just kind of look around, see if there's like a sign or something, just to try and further blockade the door, but kind of looking around for potential exits.
Yeah. There actually is one of those little like I can't think of what they're called, the little wooden wedges. Like
doorstop,
doorstop. You can kind of shove that in as well to try to keep that. I will note most of the face of this building is glass.
Just moving super slowly. so we don't attract attention, even though like everything in us is saying to go fast. I think we're
Yeah.
all trying to.
And even just the briefest glance at the window, you can just see bodies rushing past. It is full like World War Z style hordes. It's a river of zombies outside, of frenzied outside.
Get behind the counter.
Yeah. Move slow.
Yeah. Stay low too. And just like one arm army crawling.
Yeah, slowly moving around the counter. It does give you a little more cover, and you will be able to go into like the back area, like the little kitchen area. There is a back door. It is currently closed. No windows back here, so
That's a good and a bad thing.
Yeah.
So there's no windows. The door is closed. But we're in a kitchen area. Are there fridges? Okay.
yeah, there'd be like a little refrigerator area, freezer area.
Can we? I'm wondering if we should bar the other door or try to block the other door of the fridge, but then also I don't want to like block our only other exit at the same time.
It's gonna be a pretty heavy fridge too.
Yeah.
Restaurant, I'd imagine. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go over to the door and I'll let the others know. Say, and at least take a peek. I think we should keep moving. I don't like this location.
There isn't any location that's good.
No. Yeah, I know,
Facts.
but there's locations that are better.
Are we gonna make it to a better location?
I'm just preparing myself. I like stand up and like hold my hockey sticks, and so I can like stand right behind Parker while he's like peeking the door just in case.
Yeah, as quietly as possible, just slowly open that thing up and just to get a little peek outside. I assume it's probably gonna go into the back, like a back alley between buildings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you kind of crack the door open. You don't see anyone immediately, but you do still hear that echoed just alarm sounding.
It looks clear. Why don't we turn all the gas on?
That's not a bad idea.
Big explosion.
I mean, make sure our asses are out of here, but the car alarm wasn't the worst thing. Draws attention to that.
Yeah.
Hopefully away from where we need to go, so.
All right, let's turn the gas on.
I'll give Aaron, you get outside, get ready.
All right, so heading out, that car alarm is still just ringing through the area, and you begin heading east once again, kind of sticking to a couple of these alleys. Go ahead and make another stealth roll for me.
I got 15.
I got an 8.
I failed. Not by much, 45 over 31.
Okay. Much quieter this time. And that is because you are moving much slower. There's this urgency, but as much as Aaron is like, let's fucking go, let's go. You can tell by looking at them that like their ankles fucked. Super fucked. We're putting on like it's fine. I can walk on it. It's cool. I have this hockey stick, but it's almost like 2 times the size of the other ankle at this point inside of this splint. You can see it's not good. So you are moving much, much slower, hence being much, much quieter this time, covering far less ground. And a few minutes into this journey, the car alarm does stop. So the streets fall somewhat quiet again, and you're able to push through.
Taking a cue from Aaron and just trying to break the tension and just what do you like Chicago over New York better? I mean, New York's massive, right? Sometimes Chicago's even too big for me, but
New York's a little choking, but it's home. What about you? Where did you grow up? What are you? I don't know. You heard all about my shit.
Originally from a small town, middle of Michigan, and graduated during the recession and came to work in a hardware store. Come to the big city and maybe find work and stay working in a hardware store. So,
what did you want? What did you want to do?
I was trying to get into advertising. And world goes to shit. No one cares about selling things, so. And I'm not talking about this shit. I'm talking about the other shit. So, yeah. Thought there'd be more opportunities here, and I don't know. I mean, I don't even know if that's really what I wanted. I think would have loved to perform, play guitar. It's always where I had my most fun, so. But that's, you might know a little bit as a writer and whatnot. It's not easy.
No, it feels insane sometimes.
What about you, Aaron?
Yeah. Did you just want to take care of other people's kids forever, or?
Oh God, no. And Aaron's like obviously in massive pain, so like this whole small talk thing is like literally having them die inside. But
scaled buildings, we're halfway there to adventures and babysitting. We just need some kids.
Exactly. So they're but they have kind of like understood that like this is a thing that obviously Elle and Parker need, especially since Parker's probably going to turn at some point and probably wants to hold on to some semblance of his humanity as much as he can. So Aaron like just starts wincing through her pain and is like, I wanted to come see the Great Lakes, actually. Like, but I didn't want to be in Michigan. I was there, and some stuff happened, and similar to kind of UL, I kind of just like left it all behind, and that's, yeah. How I ended up here. I figured big city, no one will find me. But I like taking care of people, so. And I know that seems weird, but kids are so much more easier to understand than adults, so.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Adults have agendas, kids just want to be kids.
Exactly. And so
adults
I feel
can
like,
tell you what they need, but they won't.
Yeah, the whole like I can't do the reading in between the lines thing. It's not, I don't have the patience for it, I guess. So but babysitting is just a means to an end, and eventually I'm hoping to, well, I guess that doesn't matter now, but eventually, thanks, I'm hoping to kind of see more of the world. I always wanted to travel, so kind of how I ended up where I was. But
where do you want to go most?
Right now, anywhere but here. But honestly, Alaska would be pretty cool.
Well, if these things like the cold, might not be a bad idea.
Also, I wonder what it's like to live in night for like 4 months out of the year. Kind of an adventure. way less adventuring than this, though. This is a little much. When I was asking for adventure, this was not what I had in mind. So
that ankle's not looking too good there. Maybe, man, we can find just some Tylenol to help. Keep your eyes peeled for a little corner store, convenience store.
Pharmacy or something.
Pharmacy would be good. I don't know if Tylenol is going to do the trick at this point, but it's fine. It's fine. You know, maybe if we find some something stronger might help, but
I don't think we can put you on codeine and run from monsters.
Maybe not codeine.
Maybe they have a wheelchair. Maybe we could put you in a wheelchair and just push you.
What about those motorized ones?
Noise, though. I think noise sets them off.
Yeah.
Those top off at like 10 feet
miles an hour,
per minute.
Yeah.
I mean, it's faster than what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll figure it out. I mean, I'll be fine. I've been through worse. This is nothing. This is a scratch. It'll be fine. You know, ice pack, something. It'll be good.
You're very evasive. You don't like to confront your feelings. And I say that as a fellow evasive person who doesn't like to confront their feelings.
Feelings are not productive. I mean, I can cry about my ankle, but then I'll be eaten by, whatever that is. So
there's a lot that's come out of the three of us sharing.
At least a
sure.
desire to keep each other
There's
safe.
some productivity out of that.
I guess so. I'm sure I could just pour something on this and
you know what we
heal
could
it
do?
up.
Very sarcastically, and we could cut it off.
I mean, the bone's already broken. Cauterize that shit.
Not the same thing. This
I think with that, then I'll just kind of let's go, and just kind of carry on.
I will say, a few hours pass. If you're moving slow enough and quiet enough, I would say, especially having that thought to duck into a building if you see too many, kind of go around. I will say there are a few instances of having to kind of duck into a building, wait, half an hour for something to calm down, head back out. After a few hours of just walking, you do come across what looks to be like a convenience store at the corner. It does look like it has been recently pretty destroyed. It looks like vehicles have slammed into the gas pumps themselves. You can see remnants of what was probably an explosion of some sort. The front face, all the glass is busted inward. There's a car that seems to have driven into basically the front door. But there is a convenience store here.
I'm gonna head in and check behind the counter, because it's probably where, if they had simple, kind of travel type things of anything, medicine, Tylenol, things like that, check there and
see if they have a gun too. Some convenience stores keep one in there.
How about booze as well? Maybe some make some cocktails.
I'll take booze.
Are we all heading in, or are we waiting outside and just Parker heading in?
I think we should all head in, but I would stand just chill by the door and keep a lookout.
Yeah, I think have myself and Elle run around and
yeah.
Okay.
Keep watch.
Yeah, I will say that most of whatever is inside of this convenience store is still there. Doesn't appear to have been looted or anything like that. Whatever this glass broken in and this vehicle slammed in, it seems to be all from whatever event happened here. It doesn't seem that anyone broke into the building or anything. You're able to find various alcohol, various, just Tylenol, other painkillers like that. Snacks if you want some snacks. Oddly enough, though, the snacks are a little empty. It seems that there were just some just snacks taken from a large section
Out of Slim
of this.
Johns.
As for finding a gun, I'm gonna have you, whoever would like to, make a search roll. Yeah, heading back behind the counter, kind of like just looking around. You don't even see, like, the safe itself is open underneath the counter and you just see money. Doesn't appear to be any weapons in here.
They probably took when they ran. That makes sense.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
But, we can hold up some bottles of booze and be like, either something to hold them off or
All the
something
top.
to, or something for ourselves if we need it.
We can
Hopefully the
disinfect your
former.
arm at least. Maybe that'll slow it down.
I like twist off, there's some, peppermint schnapps, take a swig, kind of shudder from it, and then like wince and pour it onto the arm. I don't know why.
Maybe not
schnapps.
the sugary. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
all right.
Oh, that was a bad idea.
That was a choice. I would have gone straight vodka, but to each their own, I suppose.
Yeah. Next time.
Yeah. After it's been poured out a little bit, I'll rip some off my cardigan and I'll just like stuff a rag in there. Whatever.
Look for some extra lighters.
Oh, smart.
Yeah.
Easy enough. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Not spend too much time. I mean, it's a little bit of a frantic, I think, search, and
Quick.
so yeah, handful of bottles. Maybe a couple more things of water. I don't want to get too full. I mean, that stuff's
Yeah.
heavy.
We're starting to get bogged down a little.
Yeah. Plus the bottles are gonna clang, and
Do they have plastic bottles? A lot of places like that only have plastic bottles.
for like water, you're saying, or
Or
or the booze.
For booze. Like I don't know if peppermint schnapps comes in plastic, but like
Yeah.
I think
shitty
you'd be able to
pop-up.
find a little bit of each, probably.
Yeah. Some glass. Yeah. So
like pad the plastic between the glass.
wrap it up in like a towel or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will
I'm gonna
say,
pour like 4 Tylenol into Aaron's hand.
yeah. Please take
With the booze.
I mean,
At this point.
your liver's not gonna last that
Don't take them
long.
both together yet, but here you go.
I will say you're probably looking at 1, maybe 2 hours of sunlight tops left of the day before the sun will begin to set. You have looted this convenience store. What's your next move?
We should find somewhere to hunker down for the night.
Yeah.
I do not want to walk around at night with these things.
No.
I don't want to walk anymore, period.
Yeah, you need to put that up. What is it? Rest, ice, compress, elevate. Is that even a thing anymore? Did they prove that was useless? I don't remember.
No idea.
Look around, look for apartment buildings or whatever, fire escapes that would be accessible, and or just front entryways that we can get into somewhere. So I think, I don't know, for some reason I feel like going up to an upper floor.
Yeah, higher better.
At least for staying. Not
Sure.
for running.
Looking around, it does appear that there is an apartment building basically like directly across the street from this gas station. You
There
do
we go.
see there are a few bodies kind of standing around it, almost as if they were trying to get in and then kind of had that zoned moment of like forgetting what they were doing. Like there are a few frenzied standing around the apartment building just staring.
How many and how close are they together?
From what you can see, at least on this front facing side of the apartment, you see about 5, 6. Most of them are convened sort of at the door, but you do see a couple spread out towards the various windows. Go ahead and everyone just make a spot listen roll as well.
$88.
87.
34 under my 39.
Okay. So you do see this apartment building. You also see the building beside that one. You're not entirely sure what it is, but you do see that it's got a few floors to it at least. And it sort of like the office building that you came from, none of the glass is shattered. It doesn't appear to be touched.
I would say the side building over the apartment. I don't know how you are feeling about that.
That's fine. Just need somewhere secure.
Yeah.
I agree.
We sneak.
Let's do it.
All right. So I will ask you, are you just creeping up with another stealth check, or is there something that you would like to do beforehand to distract?
We have Molotovs that we can make now.
We do have we have one Molotov already made.
Yeah, ready to
We
go.
can maybe blow up those cars over there.
Yeah, toward the cars.
Mm.
And then
We don't even need to go after the car, just hopefully the little bursts will do enough. We only need a window.
all
When we
right.
get in.
Anyone got an okay throw? Mine's not bad.
Not me. We all have learned that I cannot throw.
Parker?
I mean, yeah, I'm not much of a lefty, but kind of like flex his, the bad arm, and
I mean,
Let's
I've
give it a
got
go.
my dominant arm, but
yeah, I mean, if you think you can,
ugh. If I kill us, sorry, I guess. I'll spark it. Never.
I'll
having
take it.
thrown
Yeah, as you light it, I'll take it and said, get over there, get Aaron in. I got this.
What are you doing?
I'll make the
Throw it.
throw.
Better throw it. I'll pull Aaron over my shoulder and hobble.
All right. Both Aaron and Elle, make a stealth roll for me real quick.
Using your dice. I got an 88.
44.
I got a 90. So somehow, like, you are hobbling over, like you hear the scraping of like the bottom of your shoe, of Aaron's shoe kind of scraping against. You just can't put any pressure on that again. The hockey stick is like clanging against the pavement of the street, but it doesn't seem to be enough of a noise. Like, you kind of see heads kind of turn in your direction, but they don't seem to be able to recognize what is happening just yet. And Elle and Aaron are able to make it over to this door before one of them kind of like, you see like the cracking of kind of realizing, wait, those are people. And in this moment, what would everyone like to do?
I'm gonna, once they're there, once they're over there or even on the way, like I would then throw the bottle.
Sure. And I assume the other two would like to go into this building. Great. I will say that it is locked.
Oh, yep. Credit card trick again.
Yeah, you just pull out the credit card. Perfect. Wonderful. Parker, make that throw roll.
Come on, 80.
Okay, roll a speed die for me.
6.
Amazing. So, all at once, the head kind of snaps over to look at Aaron and Elle, and this frenzy begins running in your direction. As Parker, you go to throw this Molotov, and you realize there's no flame anymore. And you're like, fuck, and you're like, fumbling in your pockets, striking the lighter, striking over and over and over, and then finally flame, and you light it, and you toss. The glass explodes outward. You can feel like the heat of the flame as it didn't toss very far, but the sound did grab the rest of their attention instead, and they are looking over and they are beginning to head in that direction. You kind of stumble backwards a little bit as they are running toward you. Elle gets this door open with the credit card, and you're able to like fling yourselves into this building. You do have one frenzied still after you, Elle and Aaron. What would everybody like to do now?
So I'm definitely going towards the door. Is there one of these frenzies in between us?
The one that is going after Elle and Aaron will be in between you, yeah.
So I imagine that while Elle's getting the door open, I'm leaning on my hockey stick more because my ankle is just completely busted, and I have with my like non-dominant hand, and then I have my like blades in my other dominant hand or over my shoulder, but then I'm like reaching into my bag and I just like throw a paperweight at this frenzy to try to like at least like slow him down or distract him. Yeah.
Okay, so you're wanting to throw a paperweight.
As soon as we're through the door, I have like the mop handle with the scissors that I tied, and it's kind of been just kind of like resting in the crook of my arm, and I'm gonna plant it on the ground, and through like the sliver of the door that I leave open, I'm just gonna hold it out so that hopefully as it runs into it.
Perfect. And Parker, you are sprinting towards the door?
Yeah, I would be. I probably I've got the heaviest bag, and probably I have a stick with me as well. I might try and, kind of body check this thing out of the way or whatever. Assuming it's between us. Like I have to, can't come in with me, so.
Okay, I am going to have Aaron make a throw roll. I'm gonna have Elle make a melee roll. And I'm gonna have Parker make a brawl roll.
I rolled a 59, which is 3 over.
Oh,
Yes.
I rolled a 61, which is many over.
Well, the two of you didn't get to do anything because I rolled a 4, so
Oof.
took this thing out.
Yes.
Hopefully.
Yeah. So I will say, Aaron, if you'd like, you can have like hesitated on that throw and not actually let go, just because of like how cracked the door was, like maybe waiting for this frenzy to get a little bit closer before throwing. So you're kind of like arced back and ready to go. Elle plants themselves down and just is waiting, eyes closed probably, and then you hear the sound of a collision.
And just kind of like spear into its side, along with a side tackle, and like push it down to the ground, and then maybe one more like stab down into its face.
Fantastic. Yeah, you hear it like gurgling and shrieking as you slammed it down. Bring that back up, stab into its face, and you see like the body kind of twitch a little bit, and then as you remove the weapon from the face, it is
Imagine
no longer
just like
moving.
spray of blood or whatever, and just probably lingering, like looking down like for way too long. Imagine maybe one of the other two like he has to yell and then snap out of it.
I think there's
we're
this
trying not to
moment.
yell, but we're just like moving, like
Yeah, like the camera itself was like half focused on your face, and blurred in the background you see Frenzied running into the flames and like igniting from the Molotov before. And then like it's basically like the camera kind of flips around and you see the other two like, get the fuck in here. And then you kind of snap back and head through the door.
Run inside immediately, like close it behind, lock it just against the back. Look over at Elle again. Mama, adrenaline. Holy shit.
we gotta blockade this door and then get the fuck away from the windows.
Yeah.
Aaron, I think we like drag Aaron behind a desk, or what kind of building are we in now?
Looking around, this building appears to be some sort of you're in some sort of like waiting lobby, and you're not entirely certain yet. It seems to be some sort of waiting room. There's like a front desk area. It looks very clean, but kind of unclear what exactly it is. There was probably a sign outside, but you had better shit to do.
Let's put Aaron behind the desk, and then we'll block shit against the window so that even if it breaks, they like stumble over it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and start moving stuff.
Yeah, I will say easy enough. You could probably take just some time, get this blocked off. You've been smart enough about what to do and how quiet to do it. You can easily block off this door, as many windows as you can, and then I believe you're wanting to move to a different floor. Okay. So kind of taking a better look at this building, this seems to be some sort of like law office. So just very office. You can collect some more scissors and just various office supplies if you would like to. Plenty of chairs in here that you probably used a lot of those to kind of block off the windows and the door. There is a stair access and an elevator access if you so desire. It does seem quiet in here. Elevator would probably be easier on Aaron, but
more likely for us to get trapped, so.
That's true. Yeah, this is a horror game. Yeah.
And we can carry you up the stairs.
Yeah, easy enough. I would say by the time you exit the stairwell, the sun is set outside. You still see the street lights, the like yellowish light kind of shining in through the windows as the sun is gradually disappearing. Night is falling.
Just gonna lounge out whenever we get to our destination and kind of
we find a
couch.
Yeah.
Find an office, maybe like office room within an office, and just barricade the shit out of it. And then look around and try to find some things to make ourselves comfortable.
I'm gonna like lay on the floor and then like
It's a law office. There's probably a couch.
Yeah. Probably still gonna lay on the floor.
Sometimes floor time is good.
Yeah.
Man,
and just like elevate my leg as much as possible.
I will say there's probably like an ice machine in here somewhere too. Yeah, you could probably grab some ice. There's like this moment where you're like, this is so fucking loud as you're getting the ice, but you know you're high enough up and the building is empty. Yeah.
How you feeling?
Oh, it's fine. Just like death, but
Sorry, feelings, I know you don't want to talk about those, but
I just feel like, in the grand scheme of things, I'm still alive, so that's a yay.
Welcome to Doom of the Apocalypse. Congratulations.
Plus, the ice is making my ankle feel kind of numb, so that's good.
That's
I
good.
like the numb.
I'm gonna look around for another. Did you say we are in like an office still, right? Okay, I'm gonna look for another office.
Okay.
And with Aaron kind of, set up and everything, and you got a second? And head over to another room, looking for hopefully heavy furniture in there, and kind of pull out some of that cord and stuff and say, tie me to the desk, just in case. I don't want to wake up, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Part of me feels like I should tell you no, it'll be fine.
You can still tell me that.
It'll be fine. No.
Same to you. It will be.
All right. Well, when we wake up in the morning, I'm going to douse your arm in vodka. I might do it tonight too, honestly. Yeah, actually, I'm going to do that. I'm going to just pull one of the smaller bottles of shitty vodka out and just like douse his arm again. I know, I'm sorry. I'm convinced this is gonna help.
Much more of a gin guy myself, but fuck.
Well, I left that one for you to drink.
Good.
All right. We'll see you in the morning. Normal. Very normal. You better be fucking normal. I'm gonna tie both of his legs to opposite sides of the couch. Sleep tight.
Kind of like tug at the knots. I don't think I have a choice.
It's the one thing I learned how to do in Girl Scouts.
Thank you.
Thank you. You kind of saved our asses like 4 times. Pretty sure we'd both be dead without you, so
Well,
stay alive too.
yeah. See you in the morning.
I'll like ruffle his hair. And then I'll like, that was weird. I'm sorry. I haven't, like I said, I've been a hermit for 7 months, so
I don't really get out much myself, so it's okay.
okay, great. Good night. And I'll go back. We have a man tied up in the next room, Aaron. That's not a sentence I thought I'd ever say, but here we are.
I mean, it's probably for the best, given the situation.
Yeah. You should
Is he
eat
okay?
something. I mean, sure. I don't think any of us are okay, but you should eat something anyway.
Facts.
Do you wanna play a game?
Sure.
I'll toss like Cheetos up in the air and see if Aaron can catch them from their position on the ground.
Yes. It definitely hits me in the face.
Maybe it was just too mom adrenaline up at
Yeah.
the
Too much mom adrenaline, but it's fine because I caught it with my face, which means I can still eat it. So
Yeah. Maybe that was a bad game. Sorry, you can't really move very much.
it's I mean, it's fine. I'm used to it. It's just like something I did with the kids, so it's kind of thanks.
At this point, you hear the toll of a bell outside.
Oh, that can't be good.
One toll. Sounds like a church bell.
Trust
tolls
the church to
Twice.
keep
It tolls 3
Twice.
times. It just keeps tolling. It's very faint. Seems to be at a bit of a distance, but you can still hear it, and you hear the sound of the bell tolling kind of waking up the streets outside once again. You can hear running, you can hear snarling, and you're pretty glad you're not out there.
Well, should we keep watch or should we get some shut eye while they're distracted by whatever that is?
We can take turns.
Sounds good.
You sleep first.
Okay. You don't have to tell me twice.
Yeah.
Tired.
I'll pour more Tylenol into her hand.
Yes, please.
Yeah, probably one of those, like, you thought it was gonna be kind of hard to fall asleep, but once you settled, you were just, like, knocked out. And Elle, you are kind of sitting up, keeping watch. You doing any?
Yeah, I have a little notebook, and I'm just jotting down everything I know about both of these two. Just like, even if something happens and someone somehow finds my notebook, at least they'll be remembered. And I'm like writing down where Aaron wanted to travel, and that Parker played guitar, and that they wanted something different than was here. And I think like ideas for the first time in probably like a year and a half start actually forming for Elle. And they're just like writing about these people that they never would have met otherwise, and just like trying to keep them alive however they can.
The end of this page that you're writing whatever the last word is, you don't get the full word out before the office window is shattered. There's a hard pen mark off the page as you've jumped, and you look up and you look over to see some sort of figure has slammed through this office window. It has landed, rolled, stood up, and screeched in a sound you have not heard any of these frenzied make before. You see it stands massive, very, very tall. You see it had some sort of probably uniform on at some point, but right now it's just looking. Its eyes have that weird like night like a glow, like if you were shining a light in like a cat's eyes or something. This weird glow to the eyes as it looks over, and the jaw kind of like opens up and it shrieks again, and it's looking directly at Elle.